Right now.
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 Because it's time to write now.
Welcome to another daily writing motivation stream as we will try to be able to get some work in today and hopefully make some progress on our writing. As you know, today is day 401 of consecutive writing streams with many, many more to come. We are going to be doing hopefully 3 writing sprints. If I can get them all in and we don't go too over time, we're going to aim for 3 writing sprints. It might be 2, but we'll play it by ear. So we're going to be starting off with our first 25-minute writing sprint. Hopefully, we're going to push ourselves, kind of get into the writing vibe for the day. And then we'll hop into a little casual writer's conversation. So if there's anything on your mind, drop a comment. I would love to hear. And by the way, if you're new to the community, welcome. I am Kaufman, and I'm on a mission to help the writers with the process, lifestyle, and mindset that it takes to be an author. Because let's face it, writing a book takes time, it takes effort, and it takes energy. But it's that much easier when we do it with a friend. So come join us because we're starting right now. All right, my friends. So let's see, kicking off. Hey, what's up, Bobby? Welcome to the stream, my friend. Welcome. And Brianna, congratulations on 401 consecutive streams. Thank you, Brianna. I really appreciate that. Awesome. Very, very cool. Bobby, that's amazing. I found a pro publisher. That's so exciting. I'm so eager to be able to hear all about that. Sounds like you've had some great success on your end. That's very, very cool. All right, my friends. So we're going to be hopping right into it. As you can see, I already have my screen pulled up here. In my goal that I'm trying to hit 70,000 words this month for Scarecrow in terms of revision. So I got to push myself and I got a lot of work to do. For those of you who were around yesterday, or if you didn't catch it, I read an excerpt of Last Scarecrow and I was pretty proud with how the chapter came out. So I'm going to be continuing on. As you guys know, when I am starting a new hopping into a new chapter, I have to make the notes and make sure that I am where I need to be for that chapter revision. So I knocked out chapter 13. I was like, you guys can't even see it. So I knocked out chapter 13. Not 13. I knocked out chapter 14 and I was very successful. So I think interesting. I think 15 is a transitionary chapter. So I'll see. I'm going to have to do some revising. This might be a chapter that I cut. Actually, I might actually cut this chapter because I need to cut down on word count, but we'll see. So as you know, I got some new musical tunes and some new musical playlists. So we'll see how they feel. We'll see if we vibe to them today, but I believe I am already on my end. So come join us for our first writing sprint, whether you are brainstorming, writing, or editing. That is all part of the process. So come join us because it is time to write now. All right, writing sprint done. Writing sprint done. How did that first sprint treat all y'all? Were you able to hopefully get a little bit of writing and good vibes in that time? I know I was doing a little bit more planning, so as I'm getting into the next section, I realized that I needed to go through the novel and review chapters in the future and see if there's chapters that I can cut, because I need to figure out how to solve my 30,000 too many words problem right now. Oh, man. Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out how to solve my I think the manuscript right now is at about 150k. Where did it go? Yeah, manuscript is at about 150, and I need to get down by about 30,000 words. So I realized I needed to put a temporary pause on where I'm at right now, and I needed to go look farther ahead into the book, into the manuscript, and figure out which chapters, if and which chapters I can cut to get close to that 120,000 goal. Now, obviously, I know I'll be able to cut down on words, and usually when you hand it off to an editor, you're probably going to be able to cut down on at least a couple thousand words, generally speaking, just through revision, better word choice, cutting out extra sentences, and so on and so forth. So I'd say that would I feel good about that, but a couple thousand words is different than 30,000 words. So got to figure that out for sure. Have you ever related with having to cut out a bunch of words out of your story when you go to different drafts? Let's see. Mary, hello. I saw you hop in as well. Too much snow, so shoveling snow. Sounds like you got a lot of snow over there, my friend. That sucks. Bethany, I've had so many ideas lately. That's awesome. Sounds like you got some great stuff that you're going to want to write and work on and add to your storytelling, which is awesome. Bethany, you're like, my daughter almost stole my sticker because it's blue is her favorite color and it's a dragon, she said. Well, I approve, Bethany. It sounds like your daughter already knows that if she ever has a problem, she just needs to put a dragon on it. I love it. Hey, what's up, Jenny? Welcome, my friend. Hopefully the writing on your end's been treating you well. And Gwenna, welcome back. How's the writing vibe treating you today? Hopefully getting in a little bit of inspiration. You know, we're trying one word, one story at a time. Oscar, like the vibe after your last sprint, I worked out why I was not writing fast. I deleted like 3,000 words. And it seems like I'm going backwards, but I love that I figured out how to make the messy middle work. So I can relate timing. Aw, thank you so much, Oscar. That's actually really, really cool. Sometimes it just takes like hearing the one thing from somebody for us to be able to really take a step back and figure out what's holding us back in the story. And it sounds like you were able to make some progress. I mean, even cutting words can be progress at times. That's incredible. That's incredible. Now, Oscar, I just need to figure out how to cut 30,000 words. Yes, like the main video. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Mary, like my first drafts are always too short. I wish that was the case for me. My first drafts are always too long. I'm like too wordy, way too wordy. Bethany, like I had to reconcept my first part of my story when I had to restart it a few years ago. Yeah, and then like sometimes that happens. That happens with a lot of writers where we have we have like a mediocre first draft, and then by the time we get to the end of it, we've developed and we've evolved the characters over time. So then when we get to later drafts, we end up having to adjust and change certain aspects of the plotting, the character development, or the world building from the first draft. That's pretty common. It's because we explore the characters as we write the first draft of the story generally. Hey, what's up, Penumbra? Howdy, my friend. How is the writing treating you today? Hopefully well. Gwen, I like trying to write today, but we'll see what the toddler allows. Yeah, that makes it a little challenging. The toddler probably doesn't help with the writing. Maybe your toddler just helps give you like that inspiration, and you're like, all right, that's what I'm gonna write today. My daily goal is only 1,000 words, so it shouldn't be impossible. Yeah, I wouldn't say 1,000 words is crazy. That's a decent goal, especially if you have a toddler and you're probably super busy. I think 1,000 words is achievable. Usually I can get 1,000 words in like 2 to 3 sprints, give or take. Oscar, your advice really made it all click. I don't know exactly what sentence it was, which you said, unfortunately, but thank you. That's really, really awesome, Oscar. That means so much to me because I love helping other writers be able to solve the problems of the storytelling process. And like I said, sometimes we hear the same things from different authors or creators. Sometimes it just takes like that one series of words and it just clicks for us. So I know people have called me out before. They're like, Kaufman, you said something really great. And I was like, yes, I wish I remembered. After 400 consecutive streams, I kind of just live in this stream of conscious where words just come to me and hopefully they sound great. I stopped caring about what sounded good or what didn't sound good a while back. Let's see, Bethany. Like, would a falling scene be better from like a tall building of many stories or just a few? Would it be like from like a skyscraper compared to like a shorter building? I guess it depends on if the character is going to hit the ground. Is it like a dream sequence? Um, I think what you would want to think about is what do you need to achieve during the fall sequence? Is the goal of it just to achieve like someone's falling, or are you going to be having them have like interiority and like going through like their life was flashing before their eyes? I think, yeah, you really want to think about how much do you want to accomplish, and then that would be the type of height that you probably want to go for. Would be my guess. That's how I'd go about it, anyways. Brianna, you may have to cut whole scenes to reduce the word count, but save them in a folder. You never know if you could use them in the future. Yeah, I don't get rid of anything. I have a whole deleted scenes document from Last Scarecrow. So, but definitely completely agree with you. We're like, never get rid of anything because you could delete something, but then you may decide you want to use it later. Oscar, I just got my 2-year-old to sleep, Gwenna, the workaround. So sounds like you can totally relate. Gotta get them to fall asleep seems to be the key to success. She hears me right and she wants to tippy tap of the keys like mom. She's only mildly irritating until I'm really in the flow state. Well, Gwenna, maybe that just means you have like a future author on your hands as well. You're incentivizing her with the right way. She'll be her own storyteller before you know it. Bethany, she falls while saving one of her guardians from falling, and she falls with the concept of trust and leadership in midair. She shifts into large white eagle. Oh, it's kind of cool, actually. Okay, so it's like a saving scene, and she falls with the concept of trust and leadership in midair. She shifts into large. Yeah, the large white eagle thing's super cool, by the way. That's really, really cool. Yeah, I mean, I would say probably like maybe like not necessarily a skyscraper, but then maybe like a mid-sized building where the ground and the threat of death feels a little bit more imminent. And then depending on how much interiority you're writing, how much action is in the scene, that might make it feel like the ground could be rising up a little faster. So she like catches them before they die. That sounds cool though. The eagle power sounds really, really, really awesome. Who doesn't want to fly like an eagle? Oscar, we let our little one sleep in her bed until 2. Then he was a kid, big boy now, made him his own bed and made a massive deal about him growing up. Tells us to get out of his bed now. Sounds like that was a good strategy. Sounds like that worked, Oscar. That's awesome. I know nothing about being a parent. I've only ever raised a cat before who didn't like people. So one of these days, I'm sure eventually, when I'm old enough. All right, my friends. So I think that was a good moment for those of you who haven't signed up to the Art of Writing newsletter. Go subscribe. You will receive weekly and monthly writing tips, articles, techniques, stories to help you become a better writer. So go sign up. This is my monthly newsletter. And just for signing up, you'll actually get a free copy of the Easy Edit tool, which is a tool that I created and put together to help authors for when they're editing and reviewing their own work. So I've gotten some pretty decent feedback on it. Just drop the newsletter link down in the chat for anybody who's not a subscriber already. And then also, just by being a subscriber, you also get access to our weekly live stream schedule before they go live on socials. So definitely another benefit of it. So you should subscribe to the Art of Writing. All right. And let's see. So what time do we have? So we're at about 3:40. Okay. So I have about the hour. I have about an hour and a half in general. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a second writing sprint, but this one's just going to be much longer. I think that's how I'm going to be able to do this. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to do a second writing sprint because I don't think I'll have time to be able to do a full third one. So we'll just do a second full on writing sprint and really push ourselves. 40 minutes. Like, we're going big or we're going home, guys. Let's do it. Let's do it. I believe in the heart of the storyteller. I'm going through my story right now, trying to figure out all the things that I need to cut, in all honesty. Let's see. Let's go 2 of 3, 40 minutes. All right. So I think I got that. And let's do 40 minutes. Yeah, I think I feel pretty good with 40. Yeah, we're gonna do longer. I'm really pushing ourselves. I'm pushing myself this time. I'm like, I just got to go. I'm gonna power straight through it, and we'll see what happens. All right, I was like writing 2 of 2 because my schedule's a little tighter today, so I can't stay on longer if I can't go over today. So we'll do the second writing sprint, 2 of 2. I feel good about this. I believe in us. I believe in it. Let's see what word count we can get in this sprint. Believe we're going to really push ourselves and see what is up. And also wish me luck. I'm trying to figure out what scenes I have to cut. I realized I should look ahead now and figure out what scenes I need to cut, so that way I can plan accordingly as I'm going throughout the revisions. Okay, so I'm going to hop into it. I'll throw up another new music playlist, and I think we'll see. We'll see if I like it. The last one I did was a little on the slower side. I was like, okay, interesting vibe. So I'll throw up the new music playlist. We'll see what's up, and we're going to hop into writing sprint number 2. So I hope you're ready, because whether you're writing, editing, or brainstorming, that's all part of the process. Because it's time to write now. All right, writing sprint done. Wow, that was definitely a longer one too. Oh man, it was interesting. So I was going through through the manuscript, and I was trying to figure out what chapters I could cut. So I mean, there were definitely a couple sections that I was able to cut out on my end. I feel like I was able to. I mean, it looks like I cut out about 5,000 words out of the 30,000 that I needed to. Mm. Yeah. Wow. Man. And most of this is climax. Wow. Um wow. I'm like, yeah, I'm just going over my the manuscript and figuring out if there's any chapters I could cut immediately. Mm, wow. Yeah, this is a doozy that I'm working through. I'm like I'm going through I'm like doing a scan and a review of the later part of the manuscript. Oh man, this is gonna be a doozy. I don't even know what to cut. God, because it's like each of the plot points throughout the book are just like connected point by point so well. It's like the plot like I was like the one thing I could do is I could shorten like I shorten one of the bigger the areas. I shorten the time they're there later on in the story, and it doesn't really affect the overarching plot too much. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to figure out something. The gray arrow. That'd be cool. And I'll need my DC catchphrase is put a dragon on it. Hey, what's up, JK? Hope everything's doing well with you today, my friend. We just wrapped up our second writing sprint. I didn't really get any writing that time. I'm doing a lot of like planning and brainstorming and trying to figure out where to cut from this manuscript. God, I only cut 5,000 though. I mean, still gotta get at least 25,000. Oy vey. Granted, I know I cut one of the characters later on, or I made them a smaller part. Because I'm just like, I'm thinking through, to maximize my time, I'm going to have to make a decision on how I want to shorten the story before I go write sections that are doing it. Up until this point, like the first third of the book, like that, like parts of it had to be rewritten. So it made sense why I had to add parts. But now as I get through and into Act 2, like even what I did with the last chapter, the flower, the cult of the moon and the flower obstacle, like I don't feel like I really added too much. I kind of like cut and then revised. So yeah, I'm gonna have to figure it out. It sounds like you got some good progress, Gwen. Like 650 words that sprint, 350 more to the goal, but dinner's ready by now. Absolutely. You're welcome anytime you need some writing motivation, my friend. Good luck with the rest of your word count for the day. Mary, like you may not need to cut chapters. On your edit, watch for duplicate wording. Maybe dialogue can replace a lot of narration. Restructure sentences and paragraphs. Yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, when the story gets edited and when I send it to an editor, it will definitely be cut down by a couple thousand words, like definitively, because that's editors will refine. But even like before I get to that point, the manuscript still has to be like probably 120 for me to even get closer to that mark. Yeah, and I mean, like I think I now got the manuscript to about 145. Oof. Well, we'll see. It's just something I'm gonna have to think about as I'm cutting down on wordiness. I'm just trying to think of if there's any areas where I can cut. And even as I get like through the rest of this act, like a lot of the chapters and the beats start becoming so intertwined from a plotting perspective that I think it potentially hurts the plot and the reader experience if I pull from it. So I have to think through this. This is a bigger structural issue to see if it's possible. I mean, one of the chapters I cut was really cool too. It'll have to be saved for something else. All right, my friends. Well, we were able to get some solid progress on today's writing and getting a couple sprints in. I have to pivot off, so I hope we were able to get some solid writing today. I'll be back tomorrow as we look towards creative writing on the morrow. Where are we at? Maybe. Here we go. I'll be back for creative writing on the morrow with our Wednesday writers group tomorrow. So make sure that if you want to come hop on stream with us, let me know, drop a comment, message me on Discord, and I'll include you in the invite. Wednesday writers group is always 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So come join us. I'll be here. I'll see you there. And make sure if you enjoyed the stream, tap that like button on the way out. Help us show the algorithm that writing streams are cool. Thank you for all your help. I got some good planning in today, but clearly I have some structural story things I need to figure out. And that's probably what I'll have to do, Mary. I mean, right now, from a beat perspective, I don't know if there is anything I can cut, but I have to think through it. That's gonna be my goal. Adrian, I'll try to join in on that tomorrow. Yeah, any Wednesday you want to come join us, my friend, you're always welcome to hop on. Our Wednesday writers group is an open invite, so you should definitely come join us. And yeah, but unfortunately, that brings us to the end of the stream. Don't forget, words are wind, but stories are forever. I'm Kaufman, and I'll catch you on the morrow. Stay creative, writers.
Right now.
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 Because it's time to write now.